And welcome to Namphip Nursing. The care home for your loved one is the creation of Nurse Nui, 49-year-old senior nurse who has been involved in managing nursing staff in most of Pattaya top hospitals. As someone who has dedicated her life to nursing, she saw a need for the quality and affordable nursing in Pattaya area for those requiring after hospital care. Namphip Nursing Home has been open since 2012 and provides 24-hour care suitable for patients recovering from many conditions, including Alzheimer, dementia, stroke, heart problems, diabetes, and just general recovery nursing and care for elderly patients that are too weak to care for themselves. Which again, when you think about it, there isn't many alternatives to that in Pattaya. So please welcome and give a big hand to Nurse Nui. She's a little shy, so be gentle with her, will you, please?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The member of Pattaya City Expect Club. This is the first time for speak in front of a lot of foreigners here. Nervous. I think I already stand, but it's still very short. Sorry. Thank you for inviting me to speak here, and special thanks to Bob, friend and Ben for organizing. Well, I'm going to talk about what we do in the dark side. You know the dark side, right? Yeah. But now you better go visit sometime because it's not dark anymore. Namphip Nursing Home is made about 6 years already by me. Karmanasornprom is my full name. My son, my daughter. Namphip is not my name, it's my daughter's name, the youngest one. This is my family member. And I graduated from Khon University, the University of Southeast of Thailand. A bachelor degree of nursing and again bachelor degree of law in Open University and master degree of public management from Nida. Anyway, I only speak or teach with a school girl, nursing school. This is make me a lot of nervous. Okay, this is my other family. It's not family in blood, but relation. John, Patrick, Reader, and Mark, the best brother in the world, who is help me everything. Yeah, where is the location? Our location is about 20 minutes or 15 minutes, if not traffic jam. 7 kilo is of North Pattaya. You can go by Siam Country Club Road. Now it's open. Finished construction already, very fast. And a small construction at the area of reservoir is about the highway from Bangkok. It's close to shore of Lake Marpachan. Anybody don't know about Lake Marpachan? I think you all know about that, right? It's never too far from your friend or your family to be there. They always visit and see the family member there. Have a good time together. Sometimes they bring the patient, the family to the restaurant close to the nursing home. Our area, we have 2 houses. One is for Thai and one is for foreigner. Because different of the culture, Thai always like to make noise, funny, family, about 10 or 12 or 20 visit every day. But foreigner always like to be quiet and do things like time at schedule. So had the problem in the first year, so I did separate them. And the whole street we take over. Very quiet, peaceful. This is the private room of the foreigner house. Have 2 private rooms, but share room for 2 floors. Our philosophy of care, what we do, we make the individual plan to care people, because every people is different. We cannot make everything the same to take care of them. As I say, if somebody go to my website, you see that I don't get the staff from graduate, but I get the staff from when I interview. I know that she have heart. Warm heart is the best. After that, I can train them. I used to train the nursing student in the nursing school, so it's very easy to train the basic nursing care for them. I have training program ensure that staff are responsive, the best practice technique to the patient. Ensure comfortable accommodation of service in a relaxed and secure setting. We acknowledge and embrace of the resident's rights. Mean if the patient wants something like I don't want CPR, I don't want to go hospital, I just want to stay here until the rest of my life, we respect that. That is the patient right. And anyway, some kind of patient like a dementia or Alzheimer, we need to talk with the patient or the friend who responsive to them. Professional advice and consult with the patient and the family. The basic service is the 24-hour nursing care. Regular the monitoring like a TPR, temperature, oxygen saturation. Use the customary stock or equipment in the nursing home. Meal, snack, drink, can drink, depend on the condition of the patient. Somebody just only old, cannot do anything, but they don't have any disease, want to drink some beer, okay, enjoy your life, we can serve that. Okay, it's nice. Okay, yeah, thank you. We have the physiotherapist. Yeah, she graduated from university also to take care of the patient, full-time physiotherapist, not part-time. And the staff for the patient who come from the hospital to training about walk, and when they can good walk in the floor, can step to the stair and use some support. Exercise on the bed. This guy finger lock. The physiotherapist try to help about the lock. Yeah, chair therapy. We also have that. Training to start, to standing. Some patients stay in the hospital very long time. As I say that our place is good for after hospital, post-hospital. That's why when they come to our place, we need to train them to sit and then stand. And the first photo, you can see that this patient, we start them to move the position. If not the heart, it's work very hard. When they lay down very long time, heart do very easy to pumping the blood. But when you sit, the heart cannot pumping blood to your brain very easy. We have to train that. We have machine to train. Also have extra service acupuncture. We have a doctor, graduate Chinese doctor for acupuncture and Thai massage. Doctor visit at the place. As I told you, some patients don't want to go hospital. When they sick, they can just invite the doctor to come for visit and do what they can. Transport to the hospital for follow-up. We provide that. Or even collect the blood test, urine test, or some sample. You don't have to go to the hospital to only check the blood test and then come back. Yeah, nursing home can do for you and then get a result for you. Transport and the nurse outing with the family or the friend. Sometimes the patient or the resident don't have family in Thailand, and I have time, I take them outside to have lunch or dinner, or sometimes enjoy massage outside of the nursing home. Even the family come from outside of Thailand, I can manage the transport from the airport to the nursing home to visit their family. Yeah, this is the photo from the acupuncturist and Thai massage. And the other service is the escorting. Escort. Yeah. Some patients when post-hospital and stay in my place 1 week, 2 weeks, and then they strong enough to fly home, but you need the nurse to escort. You can also contact the company for escorting. But some patients cannot afford that. You can't have to go by first class or business class, or even the fee is still very high. So I take care of my patient, send them to his family's hand. I've been to England 3 times, been to Denmark and USA twice. I can say that I love England. It's very nice. As I said before, we take care of the patient who don't want to go to the hospital and suffer from the treatment. They stay in my place until the last minute. And I take care about the funeral, cremation, and if they don't want the ashes go back to the country, spread the ashes to the sea, or the family want me to send the ashes to the country, I manage for them. Because the cost for bring the body home is a lot. Yeah, cost a lot. What activity we going to show you next is about the photo that we do for everybody stay in a nursing home. This is the group of the students. Before I train them in the school, but I don't have time anymore. They come to visit and train. It's about the infection control. Yeah, in-house training. Train my staff in the nursing home by myself, and this is coordinated with the nurse in Bangkok, Pattaya, or the government come for train about the fire drill, about the CPR. Here, medical equipment, if in your house and never maintenance, you will not know that oxygen in the machine give the oxygen to your patient 100% or the percent is correct. You need to maintenance. I contact with the company to maintenance this every year. And other activity is celebrate happy birthday with everybody. Have a party. And Christmas party. When Christmas party, the family come to join, and the piano man is the patient friend, but now be my friend. He come join and help play the piano every year. Yeah, even Thai traditional culture also, foreigner like to join us. Songkran Day, Loi Katong, and the first photo is about Katin Samaki. We donate the money to the temple. And playing game. And relax at the garden. If you don't want to eat in the room, okay, enjoy eating at the garden. We can provide that for you. You is me, my patient. Now I have new plan. Many of the family want the private room for the patient, so I have two rooms now in construction. It's almost done now. It's very easy that when I'm not there, I have full-time foreman to keep an eye for me. It's new look. It's not finished yet, but it's close to. I believe that happy worker will have happy hand to take care of my patient. That's why every year I pay for the staff and the family to go out of the nursing home with the group. Like enjoy themselves, get to know themselves more. The family can go with them also. Never walk alone. I never walk by only the nursing home, but coordination with the hospital in Chonburi and the local hospital. Also sometimes the insurance company who pay for nursing home, who pay for the what you say, it's the end of life care, but no have to go to the stay in the hospital until the last minute. They pay for that. They move the patient to the nursing home. That made the patient no pain, no suffer, and very comfortable. They pay for that. And empathy. I have two patients from the embassy. He Alzheimer and lost everything, the passport and everything. He can say that he's from America. So the embassy called me. Okay, I send to you. Please take care of him. Spend about 1 year to clear about the money from his social security to pay direct to the nursing home. Yeah. And the hospital, Bangkok Pattaya and Pattaya Memorial, Samitiwe, they work with me. I believe that a hug from a small house is warm. Everybody happy. If you have some people in your family or your friend, your relative suffer from the hospital or like a financial or something, you know somebody like that, stay in a hospital is a lot of money per night. They move to the nursing home. Can tell them to our hand. Yeah, this is the card number. Thank you very much.
Are you available for questions afterwards?
Yes.
Can I talk to you individually?
Just
Yeah.
wait for the microphone.
If you've got any questions, please wait for the microphone, and as a courtesy, stand up when you ask the question. Thank you.
If I can understand, I will tell my brother to help.
Firstly, thank you so much for giving the talk. I know you haven't done this before, and talking in a foreign language, I thought you did an awesome job. And I think this is really important that people know that this facility is around. I just had a couple of questions. First, you've had Alzheimer's people, yeah? You had dementia.
I have dementia,
So
Alzheimer dementia.
one of the issues with them is they tend to wander. So is the whole thing got a fence all the way around?
Yeah, we have the fence, the wall. What do you call the wall?
The other question I had was, like, especially with Alzheimer's people, very often they can't manage their own money.
Yeah.
So is the money paid, do you arrange for the monthly fee to be paid directly into your account with people like that?
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes the family out of Thailand, they pay directly to the account.
Right. And what sort of, I noticed you have some medical things you can provide, like you do injections, drips and things like that?
Yeah, I do that, but if for antibiotics, sometimes the doctor advise the patient if they waiting for stop finish antibiotic 1 more week or 2 more weeks. Only one time antibiotic injection. The doctor suggest them to go to the nursing home, and I take care of that. But the medicine doctor must order.
And finally, what sort of, I know this is like, it must depend, does the price depend on what sort of level of the care the patient needs?
Yeah, the price is start at 60 and to 65, up to the type of bed. If you can stay share bedroom, and share bedroom in foreigner house and Thai house different.
Right.
Yeah, and if you can eat Thai food, the price is different also. And if you stay in the foreigner house, normally the foreigner wants know exactly the price.
Right.
Yeah, but Thai, okay, if we bring some equipment, if we bring some this, some that, how much, something like that. So we start at 40 until 65, up to the bed, up to the room, up to the food and condition. It's about the condition. Sometimes patient is from ICU room, direct to the nursing home. They need equipment, you know about the CPAP. Yeah, to help, cannot breathe by themselves. Need to use the CPAP, like a pump. So go to the nursing home. That's it, the price.
What do you mean by 40 or 60? Is it 40,000 baht or 60?
40,000 baht and 60,000 baht
A month, yeah.
Per month.
Thank you.
per month. Per month in.
Which is a fraction of a hospital cost, right?
Okay, maybe John can explain more little bit.
Yes, my name is John. What she was explaining, the Thai pricing is they tend to like it kind of a la carte, and so the base price is lower, but it doesn't really include a lot of things. They can pick and choose the services or the level of, not really the level of care, but the specialized services that they want. The foreigner price is much more all-inclusive, basically. It includes basically everything at 60,000 and up, unless it's a very complicated case requiring rental of special machines, like Nip was saying. If you need special medical equipment that the nursing home doesn't normally have, because we don't have patients that need that type of equipment, like a BiPAP machine that needs to be rented from an outside medical supply company, those would be added. But the 60,000 baht per month cost is basically all-inclusive. 24-hour, 7 nursing care. There was one slide that kind of got skipped over, and this was kind of covered in it. It includes 24/7 nursing home care, full room and board, basic nursing home care, basic toiletries, massage, physical therapy. It includes grooming assistance. Some patients, they need bathing assistance, they need feeding assistance. That's all included. As many of you may know, if you're from a nursing home in other countries, a lot of those services are all billed separately. If a patient needs a feeding assistance, they're going to charge you, $50, $20, $50 each time a nurse does that. That's all included here. The massage and all non-prescription medications, aspirins, and basic toiletries, your shampoos and your soaps and things like that are all included in the base price. So that's the non-prescription medications are obviously not included.
So Nurse Butch will stay around, obviously, and be available for talks and stuff after the second talk, and I'll interview her, of course, for YouTube. Awesome job, thank you.
Thank you.
More questions, yeah? There's more questions?
Just how many people they can take care of? Yeah. Just how many people can you take care of in your facility for foreigners and for Thais?
For foreigner, house is 11.
Okay.
11 patients and now full. 9 patients.
And for Thai?
Have two private rooms. Still available. And Thai house now on the construction to renovation, so I can have only 6 patients and now have only 1 bed available. So many people. Yes, please.
Yeah, Namphip, I've worked in the NHS and seen many of these homes and the sadness of these people. Yet I noticed a hell of a difference in your facility with the smiling faces, and that's all it needs to people to be made to feel as though they're actually worth something. Because as we get older, you do get that facility that we're being pushed away. But your facility looks brilliant. Thank you. Last question.
Kamnoch, thank you for that talk. What contact do you have with the Thai government? Are there any official inputs into nursing policy in Thailand, or is this a completely honourable private initiative?
Can you explain that? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not really quite clear what the question is, but there's no connection between Namphip Nursing Home and the Thai government. It's a completely a private enterprise.
I understand, but
yeah.
I think that generally speaking, is that this is a problem that's been coming for a long time.
Could you use the mic, please? We can't hear you.
This is a problem, in my view, that's been coming for a long time. I know I have some Thai friends, around your age, if I may say, and I suggested that they look into starting a nursing home business, not knowing that you were in existence. This is my idea to them to start a business, and I think many of us have perhaps had in the back of the minds what will happen 10 years hence from where we are now, what to do. Some can go back to home country, others cannot. So your initiative is great, admirable. But my question about the government is that you would think there would be, I'm not suggesting that you should have, or that I was expecting you to have, but you would know if there were government discussions, Thai government discussions about this issue. I don't expect there would be, but that's what I'm doing. I'm just sort of, you know, raising that issue, just as a confirmation from you that you have not had any advice, say, from the Thai government.
But I'm not sure. Yeah, that's-
If I understand right about the question, about the policy of the government, right? Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
availability.
It's,
Yeah.
presumably it's all about board, is that what you're sort of getting at?
Is it regulated?
Availability.
Ah, well, I'm sure it will happen. If it's not happened already, one day it will probably happen.
It's not such a big issue because most Thais, it's just a family-based care.
Yeah.
But it isn't a big issue.
Okay, please thank nurse.
Another question here, please. One more question.
Quickly, we have to move on to the second part of the program.
Just thank you very much. It's a very, very enlightening, and I think that gentleman, his problems will be that foreigners can't work here without a license, so you have to remember that part. But is the leaflets and cards available for your nursing home available?
Yes.
Yeah, phone
Where?
number, website.
So we can get them over there after the meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. All right, please thank Nurse Nooch. And we have a certificate of appreciation for you to thank you.